to the basket.
Here's Reddick. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, Doris?
I asked him about the challenge of containing Chris Paul, and he said, well, he's one of the best in the business, maybe the best. There's really nothing he can't do. But, fellas, he said matching CP3's intensity on the court and making him work defensively are two keys. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Lowry, following the basket by Blake Griffin. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry, trying to find Ross and gets it to him. Misses in close.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Ross with the steal. Now here is Lowry. Right now averaging 15 points a game. That's good.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Now here's Austin. He's guarded by Ross. Griffin a screen on Lowry. Here's Austin. He's guarded by Ross. Austin, the pass to Zeller. And Austin gets it to go on the assist by Zeller. And that's now 6 points for Boomer. For Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And the Raptors with some changes. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ross. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Tyler Zeller. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Carter, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Farmar in for Paul. Now here's Williams, averaging 10 points per contest, and he gets the bucket.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted to run their offense through Boomer. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor, and Coach is obviously hoping this is going to be one of those days. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Johnson the screen. Pass to Stuckey. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. 27 seconds left to play in the first. Austin dishes to Green. Good D by Johnson.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Vasquez kicks it to Nogueira. Charity stripe shot. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, it looks pretty clear on the instant replay, guys. The ball was out of his hands in time. I mean, they need to get this one right. It's a big situation here.
Yeah, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion, Clark. The camera gives us a good look at it. There's a tick or two left on the clock.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Austin in at small forward. Spencer Hawes out there with Green. Then there's Carter. And it's Farmar in at the 1 spot. Miller outside. Nogueira passes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. side, Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers leading by 3. Austin dishes to Bullock. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. Well, you look at Austin, a fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
And to run up that kind of a block total from the small forward position says all you need to know about his athleticism. I mean, he plays a few inches taller than his height would indicate.
Steve, he does spend a lot of time in the air. That's a fact, but he's also very good at not going for pump fakes and leaving his feet prematurely.
Miller kicks to Vasquez. To the left side wing. Agata passes to DeRozan. Shoots from the baseline. The shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
No question, a lot of fans will be focused on that matchup for Brooklyn.
Here's Bullock. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Left side, DeRozan for the 3. And again, Toronto, no luck.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
Miller with the double team. Now here's Austin. DeRozan defending. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Boomer. He's got 11 points and 4 assists. He's got more than half his team's points. Unreal.
It's like they don't even need a second or third option. I mean, he's all they need right now.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zeller checked in for Jeff Green. Raptors trail by 10 from the sideline. Let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Boomer in their last matchup against the Jazz really lit it up. He ended with 29 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night. Careful throwdown.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
It's really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Pass to Griffin. And stolen by Miller. Outside DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Ross. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Passes it to Austin. Griffin dishes to Paul. Lowry brings the double. Austin kicks to Griffin. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Out to Miller. Nogueira with it. Griffin's there. Nogueira with the basket.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And the jam by Tyler Zeller. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here's Nogueira. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Raptors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Well, solid numbers.
I like that shooting.
He's shooting about 77.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I don't try to force it on offense, good things happen. That's why I've had success here early on.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first.
Third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Yeah, he put on a highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
It was a fireworks display. He nearly tore the hoop down with a couple of those slams multiple times.
Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Ross and Johnson, they're the forwards. And it's Nogueira in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Ball against Lowry. DeRozan with a screen for Lowry. This is to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. From deep. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. There's the dish to Austin. The 10-footer, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Doubled by Austin. Nogueira with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. It's DeRozan with the drive. From deep. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Now here's Austin, guarded closely, and good on the basket. Book it. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And now let's see who the NBA's hottest shooters have been in the second half of the season. Well, you look at Austin, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
You know, sometimes getting on the All-Star team gives you a boost in confidence, and sometimes if you don't make it, it can refocus you and stir you up a little bit. This guy's been razor sharp since the All-Star break and is playing like a guy who wants to win.
His shot by Redick, no good.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Lowry passes to Ross. He feeds it to DeRozan. He dishes it to Lowry. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Austin. And he dunks it down. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And for Los Angeles. Outside Lowry. Kicks it to Johnson. Johnson left side. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Andre Miller's checked in for Toronto.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Austin.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah.